In the cosmeceuticals, the general content is a definition of cosmetics as per the Indian Act as well as per the Europe Union Countries Act, and then evolution of cosmeceuticals from cosmetics, then cosmetics as a quasi drug and OTC drugs. So basically, what is the general definition of cosmetics? Cosmeceuticals are nothing but those ingredients with medicinal properties which manifest or which shows the symptoms which are beneficial, either topical actions, either they are providing protection against the degenerative skin conditions. So these are the, we can say, a ingredients or the substances which are neither fully drugs, neither fully cosmetics. They are intermediate products or the combination of cosmetics plus drugs. The cosmeceutical term was coined by Albert Kingdom in 1980. So as per the FDC, that is Food and Drug Cosmetics Act, they does not recognize such kind of category of the cosmeceuticals. As a cosmeceuticals, which are the products can be a drug or a cosmetics or a combination of both. But the term cosmeceutical as meaning have like cosmetics plus pharmaceuticals, which are nothing but the cosmeceuticals. It is nothing but the combination of cosmetics plus pharmaceutical material like drugs. So as per the FDA, we can say that definition of cosmetics that these are the articles intended to be rubbed or poured or sprinkled or sprayed on the skin, or they may be introduced into or otherwise applied on the human body for the cleansing purpose, for the beautifying purpose, and to promote the attractiveness as well as altering the appearance of your skin or any part of your body. Now, what is the drug? Drug is, these are the articles intended to use in the diagnosis, cure, treatment, or prevention of any kind of diseases. Then definition of the cosmetics as per the Drug and Cosmetic Act and the rules 1945. The cosmetics is defined as any mean or any article which is intended to be rubbed, poured, or sprinkled, or sprayed on, or introduced into the skin, otherwise which is applied on the human body. So it is the same as like as your FDC. But as per the European countries, they have defined the cosmetic product that is nothing but the substance or any mixture which is intended to be placed in contact with the external part of the human body, like epidermis, hair system, nails, lips, as well as external genital organs, as well as teeth, mucous membranes, oral cavity. So these are the, you can say, various definitions, and there is a little bit differences in the understanding of that differences definitions. Now, under the evolution of the cosmetics was slowly developed in our world pharmaceutical industries. The cosmeceutical is the fastest growing segment, which is serving as a bridge between the personal care products as well as the pharmaceuticals. These are nothing but the topical cosmetic preparations as a hybrid of pure cosmetics, which are intended to enhance the beauty, and they are providing the additional health related benefits. The Egyptians were the first to recognize the health properties of the cosmetics. It means in the Egypt, there was the first utilization of the cosmetics was there, and it was started from the lipstick. They prepared at that time lipsticks from the natural coloring agents like from the leaves, and then after that they utilized the flowers. Then up to the 19th century, it was not clear that what is the exact cosmetics and what is exact pharmaceuticals. Then cosmeceuticals were expanded very rapidly in 1980s, because there was the hydroxy acids were found and they were utilized tremendously for the treatment of the skin wrinkles. Then after that, in 1961, Raymond Reed, who is the member of Committee of Pharmaceuticals Association, who has coined the definition of your cosmeceuticals in 1961. Then after that, again 1971, Mr. Albert Kingdom, we have reactivated interest by developing the formula for the improving the appearance of ultraviolet damaged skin as well as the wrinkle by using the retinoic acid. So by this way, there was the continuous evaluation of the cosmetics takes place, and nowadays the cosmetics is just converted into the cosmeceuticals by adding the drug substances. Then another term was there, that is the quasi drugs. Now quasi drugs are nothing but those preparations which are nothing but the cosmeceuticals, especially in South Korea. They are terming them as a quasi drugs. These are the one of the two primary categories of the beauty products which are specially utilized or mentioned in the South Korea. The category of quasi drugs are nothing but the beauty products in the cosmetics, and this is nothing but the very thin difference or the very thin line between the drugs and cosmetics, which can be considered as the quasi drugs. Since their benefits, they are not as suitable as drugs. It means they are not completely drugs, but they are not completely cosmetics also. They are called as the cosmeceuticals. Generally, they are classified into the two category. That is the group 1, that is the atoms which are used as a sanitary purpose, such as sanitary pads, then tampons and menstrual pads are there. Then textiles used materials like masks, such as dust surgical mask. Then wet wipes are there, which are utilized for the oral hygiene purpose or the skin hygiene purpose. Then sanitary products which are utilized for the protection as well as the preservation and treatment of the affected part of skin, which are included like bandages are there, then eye bandages, plastic bandages, then cylindrical elastic bandages are there, then elastic bandages, absorbent cotton, gauze, plasters. So these are coined as a quasi products or the quasi drugs which are coming under the group 1. Then group 2 is there, that they are called as those quasi drugs or those materials which are utilized as a odor inhibitor material, like toothpaste, antiperspirants are there, then bath products are there like your soap, then hair care products are there like your shampoos are there, then some products which don't contain nicotine, which are utilized for the smoke purpose. Without nicotine, those products prepared for smoking purpose, they are called as also group 2 quasi products. Then ointments, anti-inflammatory products for the external use. Then some products which are utilized for the hygiene of oral, like teeth whiteners, then vitamin tablets and energy drinks. Then disinfectants are there which are not directly applied to the human beings. So the all are coming under the group 1 and group 2. They are called as the quasi drugs as per the European, as per the South Korea. Then for the importing or for the selling or for the production purpose, we have to take the approval under the Quasi Drug Act or under the Quasi Drug regulation. For that purpose, that manufacturer has to register, and then they will get the approval by showing the data of your industry, as well as we have to submit all the documentation, and we have to perform the formalities, and we have to define our protocols of utilization, production, import, as well as selling of that product. So this is about your quasi material or the quasi drugs. Now, under the your evaluation of the products, you can say that these are the materials which are utilized as a cosmeceutical products as utilized as to improve the appearance, and they used to deliver the nutrients necessary for the healthy skin, as well as they are having the desirable features of cosmeceutical agents like efficiency, they are having the safety, and they are having the good formulation stability, novelty, and patent production protection also. These cosmeceuticals are having the metabolism within the body itself. When we are applying them, no need to wash out it, but they are also expensive materials. Then there are the fundamental ingredients like peptides are there, retinol is there, some coenzymes are there like q10, then ceramides are there, then alpha lipoic acid is there, then alpha hydroxy acid is there, beta hydroxy acids are there, aloe vera, pathenol, kinetin, and vitamin ACE. These are the cosmeceuticals products. They are being cosmetics products having the medicinal as well as the drug like benefits, and they are able to affect the biological functioning of your skin, and they are owing to give the various kind of advantages to the human beings. These are the OTC types of products also there. These cosmetics are can be available or make as a OTC material also, like over the counter material. They are sold products and they are claims to offer health benefits in addition to the conventional cosmetic qualities. The scientific developments will maintain the enlargement in the market, and they are easily available into the market. Whenever you want to purchase it, you can purchase it from the market because they are coming under the OTC category in our India. The cosmeceuticals products are nowadays having the very huge demand. So because of that huge demand, there is the requirement of outstanding quality from these products, and because of the outstanding demand and outstanding quality requirement, the evolution in the cosmetics takes place, and there is the, we can say, wide advantage of these types of cosmetics as well as the cosmeceuticals. There is the continuous development in the cosmetics products. That's why they are available in the form of cosmeceuticals nowadays to fulfill the requirement of the peoples. Now these cosmeceuticals are broadly divided into the skincare products like deodorants, moisturizers, facial products, creams, lotions, as well as the perfumes. Then hair care products are also there, like hair colorants is there, conditioners are there, gels, as well as the creams. Then other type of products are coming under the toothpaste as well as the powder. So this is the just little bit we can say categorization or the classification of your cosmeceuticals. Now, just for the examples they have shown that if you are thinking about the differences in the cosmetics and cosmeceuticals, now when we are preparing any kind of cosmeceuticals, especially by adding any kind of particular reagents, then it will be termed as a cosmeceutical. It means cosmecetic is converted into the cosmeceutical. A deodorant is a cosmetic. A deodorant is a cosmetic which is specially meant for the to stop or to hide the bad odor of the skin. Then when we are adding the any kind of particular agent like antiperspirant, it means there is a dual utilization of that deodorant that will act as a deodorant as well as the antiperspirant. Then this will be termed as a cosmeceuticals. Then example is regarding your hair care products, that is shampoo. Shampoo was previously utilized as a cosmetics, but when we are adding any medicinal agent like anti-dandruff agent, then it will be termed as a cosmeceuticals. So this is the combination of normal cosmetic material shampoo plus your medicated material anti-dandruff agent. Then suntan products are there which are utilized as a cosmetic to avoid the tanning of your skin or to avoid the decolorization of your skin or to give the protection to your skin. But when we are adding the sunscreen ingredient which is utilized as a sunscreen product or which is having the ability to screen or to stop the harmful sun rays, then that suntan product has become cosmeceutical when we are adding the sunscreen product. Then exfoliant is there for utilized for the skin purpose or to stop the wrinkles. So along with when we are combining the skin peel material, then it will be act as a skin cosmeceutical. Then another one is the skin moisturizer is there. But when we are adding the wrinkle remover along with the moisturizer, then it will become as a cosmeceuticals. Then some antibacterial deodorant is there as a soap, antibacterial deodorant soap. When we are adding the antibacterial plus anti-infective agent, then it will be act as a your cosmeceutical products. Then lip softener is there. Then toothpaste is there. Then mouthwash is there. When we are using the lip softener with the any other kind of drug, particular drug, which is utilized for the treatment purpose as antifungal material, then it will act as a, we can say, cosmeceutical. In the normal toothpaste, when you are adding the any anti-carry agents, then your toothpaste will convert into the cosmeceuticals. Then mouthwash, which is normally utilized for the avoiding the deodorant, bad odor of your mouth. When it is converted by adding the anti-gingivitis agent, then it will be converted into the cosmeceutical. So this is about your various kind of cosmetics and its evaluation. There are the several materials which are utilizing into the cosmeceuticals nowadays. They are UV protection materials, exfoliants is there, then alpha hydroxy acids are there. Examples of alpha hydroxy acids are lactic acid, glycolic acid. Then beta hydroxy acids are there. Then retinoids are there, moisturizers are there, antioxidants are there, and peptides are there. Then depigmentation agents are there. So these are the few materials we have chosen, and we have added them into the normal cosmetics, and we have converted them into the cosmeceuticals. So when we are adding such kind of material, then we will have the very good utilization of such kind of cosmeceuticals. So now we'll see roles of moisturizer and humectants in the dry skin. So all of you know, all of you have the idea about the utilization of the moisturizer, definition of the moisturizer. These moisturizers are the those type of ingredients or those types of products we are using to increase the moisture inside your skin or to avoid the drying problem of our skin. So along with the moisturizer, there are so many types of another ingredients are like humectants are there, as well as the emollient materials are there. We are using them as a supporter for the moisturizer. Moisturizers are the complex mixtures of the chemical agents. They are occlusive in nature and they are helping to hold the required amount of water in the skin. That's why they are called as the moisturizer. Along with humectants are also we are using along with the moisturizer. So these humectants are having the tendency to attract the environmental water or the environmental moisture, and they will try to keep your skin wet, or they will try to maintain the required amount of moisture in the skin. And along with we can use the some emollients are also there. Generally, emollients will try to make the smooth, or they will impart the smoothness to your skin. So, in the combination of humectant, emollient, we are using the moisturizer. Generally, moisturizers will maintain the required quantity of water by hydrating your skin. Generally, they used to stop the evaporation of the excess amount of water from the skin itself. So, as they are making the very thick layer or the occlusive film on the skin surface, so whatever the water is coming out from the body, so that water will be stopped, and by this way they will increase the uh, amount of water at the skin layer. For the treatment of the various kind of drying problem of the skin, we are using the various kind of moisturizers. Generally, we are using the oil-based moisturizers. They are having the antioxidants, then grapeseed oil, then dimethicone. So, depending on your choice, some other materials we added one like petroleum and cracked skin purpose. Some other type of emollients are added. Now, here of the dry skin. Generally, during the winter season or the during this chill period, so skin is affected and it becomes dry. Generally, for that purpose, we are using the various kind of moisturizers or nourishing ingredients. So there are the three types of such kind of materials we can use for taking the care of your skin, like humectant, emollient, and occlusive. So these occlusive are nothing but your moisturizers. Emollients are nothing but the oiling material, which are imparting the smoothness, and humectants are there, which are maintaining the required water. Like uh, like this way, we can prepare the your ingredients or your total product as a your moisturizer. Now, what are the role of humectants? Generally, we are using the glycerin, sorbitol, urea, propylene glycol, alpha hydroxy acids, sugars as humectant in the various kind of product. So these kind of humectants are having the tendency to attract the moisture from the environment, and they will give that, or they will maintain that level of the water at where they are added. In case of other products like your toothpaste, also we are adding the humectants, so they will maintain the required moisture condition in that product. So in the same way, if you are applying the humectant on the skin, so they will try to maintain the required concentration of water. Then another one is the emollients are there. These emollients are the ointment like material, lotions are there. So generally they will try to fulfill the spaces between the rough skin cells, and they will try to maintain the smooth surface of the skin. So this kind of materials are generally are the mineral oils are there, or the plant originated material oils are there. Then cocoa butter is there. Emollients are the various types of oily substances or the waxy materials are there, which can impart the smoothness to your skin. Then examples are like mineral oils are there, shea and cocoa butter is there, petrolatum material is there, linolene is there. Now after that, some occlusive material is there like petrolatum, paraffin, lanolin. Generally, they are acting as a barrier on your epidermis. They will form the occlusive layer or the tough layer of the waxy material under your skin. That is called as the occlusive type of material, and this will stop or they will prevent the uh, excess vaporization of your water, and whatever the water is evaporated from the body, so it will be collected at the skin surface itself. So the examples are like hyaluronic acid, ceramides are there, essential oils are there, urea is there, lactic acid is there, petrolatum is there, raw honey, aloe vera, glycerin. So these all the materials are also acting as a occlusive. They are also acting as an emollient, as well as they are also acting as a humectant. So this is the just mechanism of your all the ingredients. Occlusive materials or the occlusive agents which are forming the occlusive occlusive film on the your skin, and by this way they will try to avoid the evaporation of water from the body or the water from the skin. Then humectants, they will try to attract the excess amount of water from the environment. Then emollients will try to make the smooth your skin, and they will fill up the gaps between the your skins or the cracks, and by this way they will work as a moisturizer. Now TEWL, this is already we have seen, that is transepidermal water loss. When there is the excess amount of water is lost from the body, so there is the causing of the drying of your skin. So to maintain the required concentration of the water, we are using the moisturizers. Now, what are the ideal moisturizers, or what is the ideal conditions for your moisturizer? So the whatever the moisturizer you are choosing, so it should have the ability to prevent the TWR condition, or it should avoid the excess amount. Mobile on so an ideal moisturizer should have the ability to prevent the TWR factor or the TWR condition. Then there should not be any kind of sensation or the any kind of allergic reactions. Then it should be absorbed immediately by your skin, and it should provide the immediate hydration condition to your skin, and it should be cosmetically acceptable one. Then exact role of moisturizer is that it is the moisturizer, it should have the moisturizing action. Generally most of material, they are forming the occlusive layer on the skin, and they are acting as a moisturizing action. Then anti-inflammatory action is also there. Many moisturizers are having the ability to avoid the inflammation of your skin, and they are acting as a anti-inflammatory material. Then anti-myotic action is also there. Many moisturizers are having the mineral oils, they are having the low grade anti-myotic action. Then some moisturizers are having the anti-pruritic action also, like they are providing the chilling effect or the cooling effect on your skin. Also they are avoiding the itching of the skin. They are also providing the protection to your skin, as they are forming the occlusive layer on your skin. So from the sun, they are avoiding the or they are preventing the your damages of the skin from the sunlight. So they are acting as a sunscreen material. Now examples of your moisturizers are hydrocarbon oils, silicone oils, triglyceride esters, fatty acids, linoleum derivatives, and steroids. Uses of moisture generally in various kind of situations, like in case of drying process or in your drying problems of the skin, we are using. But even though in the another type of disorders like keratinization or the etheosis, that is terminology is used. So in that condition also we can use the moisturizer. In case of dermatitis, in case of maintenance. These are the examples of your moisturizers, like cream moisturizer, then lotion,